Shabbat Shalom, everyone. This has been a great month at B'nai Torah. There's so much going on. We're hearing from some wonderful teachers and Jewish leaders throughout the world. We really live in the midst of a great deal of Jewish richness, and that's so good. Additionally, it feels as if the world in and around Israel is beginning to stabilize somewhat. And although there are certain insecurities and things that we will be watching closely and things to fear and things to be uncertain about, Israel's in a much stronger position today than it has been in a few years, and we're grateful for that. I'd like to mention something about this week's Parsha. It's an interesting Parsha. It's filled with both intrigue and with different types of dilemmas that human beings face, and specifically it's about our ancestor Jacob. For Jacob learns that his brother Esau is coming to meet him, and he understands that could reflect a terrible danger to his life and to his family and his descendants. And so he separates them into two groups. He's about to enter into a conflict. I'll be talking about that tomorrow. Now I want to talk about a little piece of this Parsha that comes later that has to do with Jacob's daughter, Dinah. Dinah is one sister amongst many brothers, and she seems to be rather curious as to what's going on in the world outside of her own family. And so she wanders off and she goes to the next tribe, and there the son of Hamor, the tribal leader, Shem, rapes her. The rape is a horrible incident, as rape always is. But the response to it creates a lot of interest and even creates a sense of uncertainty. Because after she's raped and word gets back to her family that she was raped, her brothers plot to destroy or to kill the children of Hamor. They don't see any other response to her rape but to destroy them all, to kill them all. And so they weaken the tribe by having all the males circumcised, and the tribe of Hamor, they want to be circumcised so that they can integrate with Jacob's family, thinking it will bring them wealth. And while they're in a weakened state, then the brothers gather together and they murder each and every male. The response of the commentaries is very interesting, and I think that there's something for us to think about in this. And that is, Torah and all of our texts often present incidents that take place that in earlier times we might have just accepted them as part of the story, and now we can consider what the questions are they raise and what are the values in it. So two of the great commentators in Jewish history responded very differently to what happened. Maimonides said that this is what the brothers had to do. They had to kill them all in order for them to either gain revenge or for them to be able to move forward with any degree of comfort. Nachmanides said something different. He said that this should have gone through a, quote, legal process, that there were other ways to respond to this rape that might have led to more peace in the future. Which one is right? I can't answer the question. We have a text presented to us, but we have a lot of questions to answer. And the questions that we have to answer are questions as to how we do respond to injustice, how we respond to violence, how we respond to the things in the world that may not reflect the value systems we hold. And the text then forces us to enter into that conversation. Sometimes I think that the response to violence with violence is perhaps the worst of all responses, because it doesn't conclude anything. It never provides an answer. And yet, I know that we always have to be strong, that we have to present ourselves in such a way that we're not vulnerable, and yet we're always vulnerable. It's a tough world that we live in, and life itself is filled with challenges. I think that we have a tradition that helps us face those challenges. We'll never overcome them all, because to be alive is to live with struggle, and it's also to live with joy and to live with those things that we appreciate, that give us a sense that life is really a blessing. Shabbat Shalom.